And welcome back to Der999 Hobbies. Also, there's other works, and yeah, and Ad Arbitrium. Treaties blog, and maybe gameplay. No, not gameplay right now because we're running out of battery, but gameplay later. And there's one, and here we are. Well, back on this table. You may not recognize it because it has wool over it, but yes, that table. The one where we did our Wolf Tanks battle report on, or gameplay video, as I call them, because I'm a video gamer at heart. What's wrong with you? Why you have issues? Do I have another one? I think I have 5. I probably don't. Also, I finally got a new tripod, so it should be easier. Yeah, it actually got corroded batteries somehow magically. But anyway, so you know that print video that we did where I printed 100 some odd characters who are over there, and and just test it out using standees or just having them flat. And it turns out that having them flat actually works really well. So that's what we are going to do. Let me put the camera down. Try not to switch the camera. Hello. These are spares. And yeah. Now, while you don't need one of these to while you don't need one of these to do this, to unbox these, it definitely does help. I would think. We're gonna find out if it does or not. Put that over there. This is terrain A, has the lake, the underlake. This is terrain B, there are 2. Lake, Underlake, Green Hill 2, House, over House, Hill 1 on the first terrain, and stuffs. Crates, rocks, and trees. Well, trees are bushes. Big rocks, smaller rocks, crates are crates. Or, I hope you got that by yourself, by the way. Put those right here. We're going to be, again, I wish I had like an overhead tripod, which I did get on the second coming of Prime Day. It's gonna be here tomorrow, so probably in time for a battle report. But anyway, as you can see, we actually got, as you can see, I made a grid. So you can easily chop it out with one of these, or cut it out easier than having to be very careful not to cut in the dudes. It should be fast as scissors. Even bad scissors like we have over there. Like bad scissors or anything, and not the good scissors like these seamstress scissors, sorry about that. Like, just being weird. There we go. Hey, the heck am I going to do with this camera? Well, time to go into the danger zone. There we go. Hold on while I get a seat. Hopefully you don't run out of battery. That was bad. Hello. And I now know that when the battery goes to red or to 1 bar in the recording, and think about it in the recording when it goes to half, which is stupid, but it's how it works. Sorry for being out of breath already, but I'm really, really, really sweating. That's one. I still don't know how to use these correctly. Like, are you supposed to look at it from above, from at the eye level, from the side? I guess whatever works for you. Now, we have letter 4 paper, and I made these for A4. Turns out it's perfect because it gives you plenty of excess leeway for chopping. Hey, there goes that light again. Yeah, we need a new light. Because that's unacceptable. And I'm very lopsided, so it's unlikely I'll ever guess the angle of this thing anyway. Like, I can't keep things straight. And they perfect cut anyway. Because that's hyper close. Or not. Cut off the excess. I think we probably should have done this first. Come on. Trim it up with scissors. Oh, actually work that hard. Again, I don't have what do you call it, a tripod. I mean, there's a tripod right there. There's the ring like the tripod, but not a very good one. And my kind of sort of not very good one either, Amazon Basics one, died completely. It was dying for a long time, but anyways. That's a very nice one. Actually, this is not work. This is working just fine. Again, you can use scissors if you like. on the red yet. Good. At least I want at least this done. Actually, because it will be easier. On this one. It'll be easier rather than doing one of the big ones. So I think it would be best to cut horizontally than vertically. Again, we haven't, and I still haven't found paper that I like. See, that one's straight up. Trim it to your heart's delight, by the way. These pieces. Put the finished one over there. That's finished enough for me. My phone there right now. I did leave an extra pixel layer on everything at least. So you have a little overrun to work with. As you can see. In the pixel art. I'll show you the files either in the beginning of the video or at the end. Oh, red battery. I'll show you off the camera. Quickly do this one too. Alright, we're back with full battery in just 30 minutes of charging, which is nice. Under a lake. Over a lake. This is pretty much done. Now let's do Green Hill 2. Green Hill 2. And don't worry, I'll give you an overview of the battlefield once we're done. Now it's on to the stuffs. Crates, rocks, and trees / bushes. Well, I guess I need to make a separate bush, don't I? Let's try chopping off the sides first. The viewer wants to cooperate. Oops, it's not paying attention. But even then, it still has plenty. It still has the actual objects of time, which is what you actually need. Hold on. Yeah, that should be better. Dropping them by rows, so it's easier to tell them apart. You're mad. I just need to learn how to use this thing better, or I just can't because, again, I'm lopsided. Like, I walk lopsided, just lopsided. I don't know what a straight angle is. It's just crazy. Oh, come on. That looked good to me. At least at the start. We'll be doing this in my room, but unfortunately, this thing's huge. This thing's huge. B, I have stuff on the table right now. Why aren't you working? Gotcha. Put you aside. I'll do the rest of them later. We just chop them up. Now, I haven't exactly thought about storage. See what happens if I move fast? I make a terrible mistake. But the only thing that matters with these are the colored in areas. Again, I wish I had a tripod right about now, so I can actually sit in a chair instead of bending over. Well, maybe. Hold on. Because the actual shapes are an inch in diameter, which you need, which is what I was going for. But and there's a ton of excess for obvious reasons. So if you cut on the line, and even if you miss a ton, you shouldn't hit the shape, which is the important bit. Which is what was a flaw in my previous printout designs. Yeah, these need to go into a container or deck box. Ooh, that could have been bad. Oh, come on, that was through. Why aren't you cutting? Why aren't you cutting? Okay, don't stop cutting unless you're absolutely sure. I mean, it's not like I can't just make more. Just costs a lot of ink. Are you holding one? No. Cut. Doing the big cut via rows is probably just my idea. Well, that's a pretty one. The grid is 48 squares, by the way. So you get 48 either pieces or stuffs, also known as style and terrain, skirmish terrain. What are those two? And for the big ones, it's whatever fits on the sheet, basically. Two medium structures and one huge one. One large one. I'll have to admit that this is a nice assembly line to its own. And what I can also do is tape them. Is put tape around and make them stiffer and last longer. Especially since these are going to be the playtest stuff. For now anyway, until I need to make more apparently. So yeah. And I'm recording all the process so I know how much it takes to get one set out. One set of blue and red, sandbox, as well as the terrain ones. And I decided to just build the buildings in as many parts as I'm gonna need. Well, in one big part, preferably, and then piece them apart. I didn't make it. Actually, you know what I said? You know what I thought that was going to be at the end of this video or at the beginning. I'm gonna make that a separate video. It'll be a lot easier for me anyway. Make a separate video behind my process of this, and then make a battle report. Make an actual battle report in live action with all my stuff. I would like a 3x3 mat to go on top of this, or at least a 3x3 something, 3 foot by 3 foot something, so I don't need to use the ammo containers and the lights as measurement points, and have just a plain have just the wool. What shares the story behind this? My grandma bought this wool to make a pantsuit with, but she quit working by the time she was ready to have it made. So it's just been sitting in this house for all that time. And my grandma quit working. She didn't retire per se. She quit working to be a stay-at-home mom for my dad, and that was a long time ago, and this has just been sitting there. It's still in great condition. I don't like using it like this, but she said it was fine. At least until you got a good mat. I do like it. It's not nearly as soft as I would like, but it works. And it's been holding up fine. It's been there for like a year and it hasn't torn or anything. Also, like half my issues with my printers was me thinking it was me not knowing the paper size, and I finally figured out it's letter. It's 1% letter. Oh, I mean it could be anything because it's one of those printers. It's an all-in-one, do-it-all Wonder Machine, but it's particularly a it has my grandparents get me letter. Come on, letter paper. Maybe it's just more common here, I don't know, but that's what we get. I mean, you can't find A2 paper anywhere. You can find A2 cards, but not A2 paper. And of course, this is Florida in the US. Things are apparently different in the EU, or at least I would think so. Because I didn't decide that 4 pieces by 4 paper next to each other, or 4 letters by each other, could make a map as well as, like, one here, one here, one here, one here. Can make a map as well as just a single sheet of A2. Well, the thing is, we can't just do BAM and then go like that, because they're not exactly connect, they're not exactly, you know, even, yeah, see the height difference? I mean, you can't, but now you can. We can try doing the big ones together. Just hold just close my eyes and just pretend I didn't, and just believe that I didn't completely mess it up. Like, I make mistakes far too often to have the experience I do. Come on, come on. And this is the version I'm going to challenge my local friendly tabletop store owner to. Like these are the pieces we're going to play with, instead of anything else, because I'm still thinking of like the various graphical settings for Trium, for the book, for the rule book. Like, I'm thinking about, like, a low def one where you just have like maybe even unpainted minis, maybe poorly painted minis, maybe. Hold on. Maybe even these. Toy soldiers and just terrain for the low graphical setting, unpainted and just play with this with cheap. It probably, if you have literally nothing else, you can probably get yourself, go down to the dollar store or from Amazon or what have you, get some toy soldiers. You know, you can get modern ones or medieval ones. Get them in whatever size that you want to, get them in whatever skill you want to collect, and just have at it. I hope you can see that. But one day we're going to need to just make a set with just toy soldiers and have it all replicated. Have the basic standard start. Have the basic standard terrain all replicated. In like I guess the three. In the three settings. Okay, in the three settings. So we're gonna have the cheap, the green and blue only, which is the green and blue only mid range, because you need a computer, you need a device and a printer. And the high range, which is going to be, it's going to be under 15. No, it's going to be under 15 millimeter dudes. Under 15 millimeter dudes with 10, 6, 3 or less millimeters. I'm thinking 10 or 6 or 3 maybe. Because 2 is too small. Because you only get lines. You only get platoons at that size, old formations at that size with a bunch of different units. It's not that you can play Trium that way, so it might be nice to get some anyway, because you can play Trium that way. But you necessarily that would be good for some images to go with mass, like images to go with the mass war game. The mass war game option, but yeah, like it turned out really, really well. And I got these guys here just to show the lights. And they turned out really, really, really well. So let's build with them. Yeah, so I might as well continue the story and build while we build with them. And sorry I don't have like a good spot for you. Well, I may have lied. Seat. I can call forward if we need to. Let's make the map. Okay. First off, lake. I'm saying deployments are what, half between your, from the tail's edge to halfway, or a third? That probably should be a third. It probably should be a third. I'm gonna have to redo that too. Oh, that is obscene. That is obscene. And I did make these individually interesting. Like the water is circular. Water needs to be trimmed. Hold it. Okay, we're back. Alright, and then we gotta put, yeah. Okay, we're back. For real this time. So I did some math, and half of 36 is 18. This is what 18 inches looks like, by the way. Using our trusty Painter do it all ruler. That's what 18 inches look like. Back in red. That's what it looks like on the ground. Can you see it? That's what it looks like on the ground. Look to your left of your screen. And now, if we went by a third, divided by 3, that's a foot. That's actually perfect. So that's the new deployment area. So be right back. And we're back. This may be a second video. Probably not. I hope not. I also need to make a video going over the pictures I took, because I did another photo shoot with these guys in this position. Mr. Golden Statue being surrounded by Team Ruby, as well as staying out front and surrounded by the terrain. This is just about as good as it's going to get. And I think it's a very competitive board. We can fill out the rest of the areas with trees and rocks. But yeah, and then each of these are different level. Like that's 2, 3, 4. Same on that. The building's probably 2 up. We're probably like that's 4, and then they go above that. The trees are all 10, except it's a bush. But then you get rocks. What do you need a bush when you get rocks? So they make it like a separate one for bushes. But yeah. So let's set her up. But I am. Oh man, I'm glad I got that battery because I need it. And also I'm glad that I got the tripod because I need it. Because my back's really hurting. But anyway. So yeah, let's actually set up the board a little bit more. And I'll think about getting like little envelopes for our dudes. But anyway. So yeah. Just sit tight and we'll set up the board. So we should have a good 20 trees or so. So I guess on either side, on either quarter, like here, we'll put trees. Trees about 3 inches apart. Doesn't matter, they're round. And you can always, like when you're done with the main bit, you can always switch it for your opponent, do every other for cover. So you can do that. I might want to make a little mini game for putting down cover and terrain, because apparently that's what the cool kids do these days, like Black Magic Gaming or whatever makes something like that. They should have about 3 trees in each corner. Feels like dealing cards, actually. Again, sorry that you have a terrible, terrible view. Actually, let's get you back on your pedestal. Actually, get back in my hands, actually. So yeah, I'm actually bringing the board to life. Hook up in the middle, because that's actually fun to take pictures of. I think I want to do inverse. Three. Still need to clean off the table. Now, this is a massive dining room table, and I'm having issues with the space. Oh, this one. That one should be inverted. That one should be inverted. There we go. We got all that. Actually, that might as well put it in the middle. That's looking pretty good. So now let's do some rocks. Move you over to the side. Oh, my back. I should take a picture. I should have to do a post when I'm looking over the pictures I take, seeing what went right, what went wrong, stuff like that. I think, like right now, I'm just reveling the experience of getting the main focus, the main game ready, the main Green and Blue models ready. It's really exciting. How about each? Hell gets 3 rocks. And it feels like cards. I like that. And each rock is like 1 high. So you can shoot over it. We can have less rocks. Don't do anything else then. 1 and a diamond. Actually, let's do it in a diamond. Oh, hello. About a sports diamond. There we go. Oh, that's actually the end of the map. That helps. Believe it or not, this helps. Then just 4 in the center. Or just 4 in the center. Like I was worrying about the terrain. Why was I worrying about the terrain? That's actually plenty. That is actually plenty for melee and for melee. Oh, mostly the fan doing it. For both melee and for both melee and range. Remember, range and Trium is basically, it's either reasonable range or it's just like off the map every single time. So now we're going to put the rock, now we're going to put the crates down. And then set this off the map for people to play on as well. And then just some crates, which are the same as the rocks, except that they're destroyable. So they are medium cover. Rocks are heavy cover, but you're exposed from the waist up, which doesn't matter in the game. If you're exposed, you're exposed. There are no bushes. I guess the boxes are bushes. Good enough. And one towards the spawn, and one towards the spawn. Again, I was worried about cover, but there's plenty. And these are just, and you only need to spare 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of paper and enough color and enough ink to make all this happen. Which, you could do some black and white. I hope I'm good enough at pixel art that I can make it identifiable even in black and white, but I haven't tried that for sure yet. But I definitely made the contrast big enough, and the elements look different. Like the rocks are both square and circle, as you can see. The trees which are 10 spaces high. The trees are circles, and the crates are squares. Then here are, like, if you want to go into the water, you go there. If you want to go on the roof, you go over there. Like, overall, I really, really like this. Like, I really, really do. It looks really... Oh, what? How in the world? Take a selfie? Oh, hello. But yeah, I mean, like, it's really, really, really nice. Can't believe I didn't do this earlier, but I needed the pixel art skills. I needed frankly, understand my printer better, because it's always been funky. My understanding has always been weird. I need this cleaned off in this 3-foot area. I need the lights so you can actually see what I'm talking about. I bet it's daytime, so you should be able to see what I'm talking about with the light on, especially. And it has a really nice aesthetic in the daytime. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to do this much in the daytime because it would be annoying my grandfather walking around. But usually outside. Right now, he's going to the base to buy some things as an exchange. But yeah, no, like, yeah, this really works. This really, really, really works. I really like how we haven't put the dudes down. So let's put the dudes down. How many should we do? We should probably just do 10. Do we do it a mock battle? Do we do it a not mock battle? How about not mock battle, because we got them there for right now. Yeah, let's just put our dudes down at the start. So within a foot's basically to that tree. And yeah. Be really careful with the camera. Okay. How are we going to do this? And like they're there to show you like the scale to the terrain with miniatures, albeit that they're on freakishly large bases because they're not really meant for wargaming. They're meant for essentially being pieces in a card game, mostly a card game. Whereas that's a 40mm tank, that's a Lego man on a brick. And I should, okay, which you have 6 in a row, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have, you know what? I think the optical fingerprint sensor would came in handy there. I could have just done that instead of having to reach and grab and do that. Can you even see me? Yeah, you can. So 6 times 4. 24. So you got 24 dudes. No, let's do standard 10. Like, oh, this is standard. I mean, there's more terrain than I've ever done before. But, like, I never have done this, I've never done it in real life before with this kind of thing. And again, remember, everything colorized is is an actual thing. The white and black borders mean nothing. Because that makes logical sense because you can cut it however you like. You're cheating if you cut into the color. Which, of course, if you cut into color channel and that's all you have, that's all you have. Go have fun with that. But anyway. Okay. So we're going to do Blue Sapphire Kingdom versus, or Sapphire Republic versus Ruby Kingdom. Ruby Kingdom's known for heavy infantry and swords. Well, they're not really known for, okay. Sapphire Republic is magic first. Because the Emerald Empire is ranged fantasy first. So the Ruby Kingdom's gonna be mainly infantry. Are they heavy infantry? I say yes. For right now, I say yes. We can always adjust it later. Like it's no big thing. You can always adjust it later. Let's get measuring tape down. You see that? You can see my hand. Where's it? Okay. I got you the rosters in my head. We got standards. We got standard sword, fireball, because we have that fireball. Standard sword, fireball, recurve bow or longbow, it doesn't matter, and two-handed sword and armor. Two-handed sword and half plate. Pretty much what they look like. Let's just start placing. Let's do the magic dudes first. Let's do 3 magic dudes. And you place them right next to each other if you want to. archers. Actually, they're going to have an equal number of archers, equal number of infantry, but Ruby Kingdom's going to have more, is going to have more, oh, well, if we're going to do that, we got a better idea. Don't worry, it's a war game. Terrain gets moved around, who cares? Just put it back. Okay. So we need 3 light. 3 archer, because they're balanced on that. Back to the rest of them go. No. Whoops. Okay, so 3 standard, 3 that. Let's do it with these guys as well. That's 3, that's 2. I can go to the other side if I need to. Well, that was 3. Don't know where the other guy is, but that was 3. Oh, I see somewhere hiding. Oh, he's right there. And 3 archers. And notice my patterns of what I did. I have all the dudes on that side. I had all the scatter terrain on that side. Be right back. Back, just noticed the time was running down. Yeah, this is actually significantly easier than I thought. We're also timing myself on the time to set up a mission. Itchy, itchy, itchy. We actually figured out that the itchiness is probably because my Crohn's is acting up. So now we want, okay. So we want three of what they're strong in, and 1 in what they're weak in. So 3 magicians and 3 heavies. And then 1 magician. And they have the same spell, heal, and fireball. That's what makes position special. In the pre-made game is they get both fireball and that, but they don't have any armor. They get fireball and heals, but they don't have any armor. Whereas the heavy gets actual armor and gets a 2-hander. That makes sense. That makes sense. We gotta actually write that down somewhere. Then 1 heavy. Okay. 3 standard sword, 3 archers, 3 heavies, and 1 magician. 3 standard sword, 3 archers, 3 magicians, and one heavy. Now it's time for the fun bit, placing them down. Heavy starts at the front, surrounded by his dudes, because flanking sucks in this game. Flanking sucks in this game. Sucks really bad in this game, actually. 1 guy in the back to flank. 1 guy in the back to flank if he needs to. It's about 4. But that's fine. And you can take a turn if your opponent's placing your dudes or not. Depends up to you. Depends up to you. Depends up to you. Either you both place all your guys down at once, or you take turns placing individual guys. Up to you. Archers. Let's have all 3 going to hell. Magician. 2 magicians for the hill. And 1 magician for the flank. Actually, might as well have this guy go on the right, so he has cover on the hill. The magician goes with them. Okay, now we got go to the flip side. Better check the timer while we're here. Okay, yeah, we're good. And I recharge battery to its fullest, which takes about an hour. Not bad. You get like 3 hours of recording for an hour of battery charging. Not bad. Could be better. Oh, we also have like a cooler here, so I can actually sit there, which we need. Find a better place for that. So it's going to be up to this, I would think. Archers. Going for the terrain features. They have 3 heavies. They're totally going to the front. I mean, this is not looking. This is not really like an official it is an official playtest, but this isn't like an official demo of the game for Kickstarter or something, which you might go to Kickstarter one day, maybe, but it's getting really slim that we'll ever go to Kickstarter. I thought about it a ton. And it's just not for me, especially when I'm trying to get on this build. When I'm trying to get on this build, it's not for me, Kickstarter. If we were to go to Kickstarter, it would be to sell books that were printed locally instead of books from Amazon self-publish. And maybe work with maybe also try to get physical models made somewhere. Probably 3D printed with a smaller shop, but somewhere. Okay, standard soldiers are going to the building. They have a hard route to get there. Watch the tree. They're going to flank and try to get into that. Actually, should they just utterly flank, or do they even care? Do they even care about the building? No, they want the archers, and I'm guessing their magician is going to go with them to counter the archers and their magicians, because they are the light infantry. They are faster, because they have more AP, because they're not wearing armor. These guys are wearing armor, so they're slower. But basically, I'm pretty sure with the new rules they can attack once, move twice, move 2 spaces. 2 spaces is an inch, so any, like that, it's like an inch. Let me show you. Yeah. Oh, whoops. I'm going to show you after I take a picture. Look at that. Okay, so we got there's so heavy there, 2 or 3 3 standard swords there. They're going to contest the center, because flanking is bad. Flanking will get you killed very fast if you get flanked. Completely, you gotta get flanked completely. The side arcs don't matter with infantry, at least yet. They don't matter with infantry, at least in the. But yeah, maybe there's gonna be like an armor or something that Can't easily get sci-fi by his absurd front armor. Actually, that would be actually a good idea to put for the pre-modern, because there was armor like that used in World War One. Just steel plate all your front and don't care about the rest. So like you get back attack from the sides as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it with this video. Thanks for watching. And I know it was all over the place, and I read a lot of clips. Not my usual style of only taking clips if I need to, but I needed to a lot because battery interruptions, mostly battery. But I got a new battery, so hopefully we can do more now. And I'll get another one if I need 3. Hopefully I won't need 3. Until I start doing battle reports again. Or doing long form. Or doing more assemblies. But one battery was fine until I started doing all this 6-1 hobby stuff. But yeah, like this is awesome. Like actually, let's just go through the battlefield real quick. Let me make sure get you some aesthetic going on. Just pretty people. Oh, the camera really weird. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate watching on this video. It means a lot to me. Check out the rest of the stuff in the description below, such as the various Space Force channel, which of course the Space Force channel is for watching these videos, engaging content, and producing by sharing friends, so at least yeah. Alright, that video's for you. Thanks for watching. I think this was one of my favorite videos I've ever done, at least with there's one Hobbies anyway. But it's just pain in the back, tiring, just I probably need like a rolly chair or something. Like these, like these aren't good enough. I mean, this is actually that's my real chair. But like these aren't, like these just aren't doing it because they're too low. They don't come up to the table high enough. They're good for taking a break, but that's about it. But anyway, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I guess see you in a second.